Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rage, and we are back today to break down the next weekly event here as part of the World War Olympus that's been ongoing for this month of February here. As you can see, it does actually feature some diamond opportunities here for Peggy Carter herself, but more importantly as well, we're going to be breaking down this event and seeing how free-to-play friendly it is. So as you can see, there's also additional experience points that we can take advantage of here for the race to 105, obviously, and how you can actually earn points towards this event is, as you can see, there's going to be Cupid arrows from farming the campaign nodes and actually getting additional bonus points if you're using Absolute A Force in War and purchasing these limited Phoenix Awakening orbs. Keep in mind, these orbs are pay to play, so we're just going to be taking a look at it from a free to play perspective. Having said that, there's also Crimson Bow Gear, Dark Diamond credits, and experience points towards this race to 105 event here. Peggy Carter diamonds typically available for the top 2,000 players, so that's something you're interested in. You can definitely be gunning for that. But we've been seeing a lot of these events being traps in terms of just waste of resources and power cores, just because we've been seeing a lot of it being required now actually to be fully doing these events. So just be mindful of that. We broke that down last week as well, but remember, they're trying to use our resources because there's a lot of exciting things coming in terms of new team dynamics, characters. Age of X is right around the corner, and as well as Professor Xavier. So just be very, very mindful of that. Usually the month of March is quite a busy period in terms of festivities and whatnot. Now, there is also a web milestone tied back to this event. It's called the Heavy Shoes to Fill. So this one is essentially the spending of Liberty energy. Now, thankfully, unlike the previous weeks, we've had to actually spend power cores to complete it, but this one, you can actually get it done without power cores. So this is going to make up quite a bit of the points here. It's about 30,000, give or take. We're going to be adding that to the total here, but this is the main event. If you head over here, there's a chart. Yeah, it's a good breakdown in terms of what you'll be seeing, what you'll be navigating here. And again, resources along the way with all the different milestones and rewards. Medals of Honor are going to be adding up to the monthly here in February. And then as you scroll down here, Cupid's Bow is kind of what you want to be gunning for, because this is going to be adding a significant amount of points to the monthly event. Obviously getting more shards here of Hercules over time as well. So you can see scoring is on the bottom left here. The earning of Cupid's arrows, 1 point conversion, and using any of the Absolute A Force characters for more offense or defense, it's going to grant you 25,000 points. So it gives you quite a bit of boost there. Now, if you have these characters like Kahori, Miss Marvel, as well as Medusa, these characters are going to add some bonus points here. But from my calculation that I'm doing, we don't typically try to include that, so I'm actually going to exclude that for the time being. But as well, you can see obviously the Phoenix Awakening orb also adds points. So let's talk about the math here in terms of what we're calculating and how free-to-play friendly it is. Based on the averages that we've seen, remember this is a 7-day event, campaign nodes typically award 4 points per, so that's going to give us roughly 30,800 points. Now keep in mind, this actually does require you to spend 200 power cores per day, so it might be a little less than that, because you can see that where you're going to be getting a little bit of extra is obviously from there. But I mean, in the meantime anyways, yeah, 30,000 give or take, and if you want to core less, you can obviously be mindful of that. Using the A-Force characters, again, giving us 25,000 there. And then actually here you can see the web store showcase milestone is going to give us another 30,000, and then lastly, the free claim is also going to give us 500 points per day. So we're very close, 89,300 points. And you can see here, in order to hit all the Medal of Honors, you need to actually accomplish that on milestone 13 at 72,000 points, or if you were going for the Cupid's Arrow at 90,000 points in milestone 14. So is it a free-to-play friendly event? It is, but once again, similar to what we've seen in the past weeks, we need to use quite a bit of power cores here. So you actually need to use 200 cores per day. Actually, there's going to be a day where you might need to use a little bit of extra, because you can see even with the math here, we're still shy of that 90,000 points, which you'll be needing for Cupid's Arrow. So to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to be doing these going forward, just because of the fact that they're really intentionally trying to use up our resources here. And although the Hercules shards are nice, I already have them unlocked and whatnot as well. So to be honest, I'm not going too crazy over these events, especially when I see that you're spending 200 cores per day, and over the entirety of a week, that's 1,400, right? And then that's sizable. That definitely adds up over time. So I'm gonna be trying to get as much of the Medal of Honors that I can, guys. But yeah, as my thesis from last week as well, we've been seeing a lot of these trap events in terms of just wasting our resources, because do we you know, we can go through the milestones and whatnot. I guess the only other incentive would be if you're really interested in obviously that Peggy card or diamond. But again, if you're not crazy about this new team for war, or you're not too engaged in war like myself, I focus more on the PvE content. That's where I, you know, take the compromise there to save up what I can in the meantime. So anyways, just my 2 cents, guys. I'm going to be going for the Medals of Honor. I don't know if I'm going to be going all the way for the Cupid's Arrow, but you know, what I save can be well invested later on in another character or another event. So that's just my 2 cents. Let me know what your guys' game plan is. Hopefully this is helpful. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.